What's happening, everybody? We are back. This is the Pensive Brothers podcast. This is Aaron.
This is Elliot.
We hope everybody's having a fantastical day out there.
Fantastical.
We were sitting here discussing social anxieties before we got started. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second.
I mean, you were discussing. I was just listening.
I was discussing.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
I have certain... It's weird because I'm a super outgoing person. I talk to people all the time, 24/7. I like bringing people together, etc. But, like, I have certain social anxieties that I deal with. So, like, when I'm in public, if I'm at the grocery store, I do not like it when people talk to me. I don't like it. The person at the cash register, that's different. You're supposed to talk to me. But random strangers that just walk up to you and start asking for money or tap you on the shoulder, or the worst is the people that start to small talk with you, like, oh, I guess they need to open up more check stands. Obviously. We don't, this interaction we're having right here, we don't have to do that.
I mean,
we don't have to do that.
It's funny because, like, for me, like, I don't have that. If people want to come up and talk to me, I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to make that clear. I don't like people for real. Like, I'm not a people person. But, like, once the conversation is initiated, like, I'll just talk to you. Like, whatever. So it's funny to hear you say that because you are the, like, aggressively outgoing social person. You got, like, friends you want to hang out with all the time, and you want to, like, put parties together and have social gatherings and take pictures and all that stuff. I don't want to do none of that. But if somebody walks up to me randomly and I'm, like, not anticipating a conversation, I will stand and have, like, a 15-minute conversation and be like, all right, well, I gotta go, but I really appreciate the time talking to you, and I'll bounce.
And don't get me wrong. I do that all the time. So people talk to me, and I will happily talk to you, but what I'm saying is, in my heart, that is me overcoming the anxiety. That is me saying, oh, please don't talk to me. Please. She's talking to me. Hi. Like, that's literally what happens.
No. Honestly, the only time I'm social is because I hate... So, you know how, like, if you're in class and the teacher asks a question and then there's just awkward silence? Bro, I hate that. Why? I will answer every single question so the teacher doesn't have to feel like they're talking to nobody. I don't know why. I can't give you an explanation, but there's nothing that I hate more than being in, like, a work class or, like, a training or something, and the teacher's like, all right, we're gonna start the class off with a question. Here's blah, 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 blah. You know, where's everybody from? And then, like, nobody offers an answer, nobody says anything. Bro, I hate it so much.
I'm kind of with you on that because I will raise my hand and not care.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even when I was at, like, grade school, I would be the guy
to answer questions.
Like, why not? Why are we gonna just sit here when we have to be here and act like the teacher's, like, speaking French and we're, you know, like,
in awkward silence.
Yeah. So
nobody likes that. So
since you bring up your cereal thing, let me ask you: Do you put ice in your cereal?
All right. So I actually like ice in cereal, but, like, I generally don't put ice in cereal for two reasons. One, because if the ice melts and then I start getting pieces of ice inside the cereal and I chew on it, it makes my teeth hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And two, like, I just have not been eating cereal. I've been, like, staying away from it because I'm trying to eat better. So one of the big things that I cut out was, like, cereal and, like, most dairy products. I still eat cheese.
Well, cereal is basically just bread and sugar.
It's bread and sugar and milk, which is not great.
Corn and sugar, rice and sugar. Or some type of bran.
That's what I'm saying. And when you actually look at the ingredients in most, like, breakfast cereals, it's terrible.
It's straight chemicals, bro.
Bro, it's horrible. But
that's why it tastes so good.
That's exactly why it tastes so good. Because they are chemically engineering the food to, like, tickle all those parts of your brains. So you remember I told you, not to bring it back to politics, but I told you that I was, interested in RFK initially because he had some positions on food that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. And one of those positions was, like, there's a lot of weird stuff in our food, and they're doing a lot of weird stuff to food to make it taste better, but, like, at the detriment of it actually being food, quote unquote. So, like, I've started, shout out to one of the people that trained me when I was working in the ROC. Her name is Fran, and she talked all the time about how she loved going to the grocery store and just walking up and down the aisles and just reading all the food labels. Because she's like, well, I want to know what's in the food before I eat it. Like, if I read it and it's a whole bunch of stuff I ain't never heard of, I'm going to put it back. I ain't going to buy that.
How many friends do you have like that don't have social lives and stuff?
She has a super social life, actually.
Is there, like, a cohort of people who love to go to the grocery store to read?
Listen, Fran is older than us. She's, like, maybe mom's age. So I think this is, like, an older person thing because, like, she just enjoys activities that we would never, like, I want to say waste time on.
Mom,
so, like,
I don't think you're an older person.
She's older than us, or that would be weird.
He thinks you're an older person. I don't think, Mom.
Listen,
Mom,
okay.
I don't think you're an older person.
My mother is older than 30 because I'm 30. That's
No,
all I
she's
can
not.
say. That's,
Mom is still 25.
you know what?
I remember she used to say that.
She still says that. I think she's still 25. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, back to the point because we got totally derailed.
yeah.
So, like, I thought it was kind of wild when she said it. I was like, man, I'm not doing that. But now, like, ever since I really started looking into it a year or two ago, like now I actually go. So one of the things, I was making Justice a lasagna. So I'm going through and I'm, grabbing the stuff for lasagna. And I just was on a whim, was like, let me look at this cheese. And I looked at the ingredients in the mozzarella cheese. And you will notice all of the cheap store brand cheeses, they don't use potato starch. They use some kind of sulfate to keep the cheese from sticking together. One, it doesn't melt as well, which is why when you buy store-brand cheese versus like Sargento, Sargento is a little more expensive, but they use potato starch only. So the ingredients will be mozzarella, potato starch, and like usually like vitamin B1 or something like that. And instead they have all these weird, they don't have any preservatives. It's just the cheese and the potato starch. There's nothing else in Sargento cheese. So like the other regular store brand cheese has a bunch of other stuff in it. And once I noticed that, I was like, I wonder how many other things. So I went and I checked the sauce. I checked the noodles. Every single one. The store brand version.
That good Sargento cheese.
Listen, and it's expensive.
One day we should make enough money to get together and buy a single pack of Sargento cheese.
What? First of all, we have decent jobs, okay? We're not like, we're not out here breaking the bank. We're not millionaires yet, but
speak for yourself. I am a millionaire at heart. I'm just waiting on my bank account to catch up.
Yeah, you and everybody else, I'm sure.
It's kind of like how I've forgiven my student loans. I've already forgiven myself for that. I'm just waiting on the government to catch up.
You wait for them to figure it out?
Yeah. These have already been forgiven. Like, that's what I wait on.
We done with these.
Like, preferably an email format.
You just got to catch up. Like, we sent that in certified mail years ago. Anyway, but yeah, so, like, I haven't been... Yeah, back to the original point. I haven't really been eating cereal, just trying to, like, stay away from it. So, I don't really put ice in cereal because I ain't really eating it.
Okay. Yeah. We went all the way full circle.
I'm a around the world kind of guy.
Me? Nah, I gotta have the ice. Now it's like mandatory. Like if I have regular chilled milk in my cereal,
it's not good enough.
Gross. To me, it's kind of gross. I'll eat it if I really don't have none. But I don't eat a lot of cereal anymore.
It's just not preferred. It's gross.
Yeah, I don't like it because it makes me feel like the milk is now warm. It's not like cold. I want the milk to not just be chilled, not refrigerated. I want it to be ice cold.
Here's what I want you to do one day as an experiment. Okay, I want you to take a meat thermometer and I want you to put it in a bowl before you put the ice in it in the milk and see what temperature it is. Then I want you to put the ice in. I know what you're saying. Then I want you to put the ice in it and then take the temperature again and I want you to document and tell me what the actual difference is. Because I bet it's probably like 3 degrees.
There's a lot of heat and whatnot.
We took the same food service classes and you know that is not true.
Come on, bro. You need the cold milk. Y'all tell us in the comments. Cold. Do y'all put cereal in your milk? I mean, no. Do y'all what is that? Do y'all put ice in your milk when you're having cereal? Like, y'all tell us because me personally, I got that from Dad because childhood we didn't do that.
You're right.
And one day I saw Dad doing it.
Dad is definitely an ice in the cereal kind of fella.
Yes, and Dad would be. He's kind of like a crazy person because he would put like 7 cubes of ice in there,
and he gets those huge bowls.
The biggest bowl in the house.
Oh my god, it's like Granddad and drinking out of jars. Bro.
Yeah,
because Granddad will take them huge mason jars and he'd be like, "All right, this is my glass."
Yeah, so
it's wild.
No, but I need ice in my cereal. Okay, now
that's your preference.
We are going to shift here, okay? Hard transition here.
Hard transition. Pause.
Talk about our... like, is this becoming a theme?
Only for you.
Okay. Pause. Like, what the heck was that?
I'm sorry.
So, no, seriously, let's talk about our pets for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, I want to go historic first, and then we'll talk about these current...
crazy cats we got.
Yeah. So, we were talking earlier about the animals that we remember, but... You said something about a black dog?
Okay, so the earliest pet I remember us having is we had a black puppy when we lived in Elizabeth City. We were in that tiny house. I think it was a house.
Dad showed me that house at his homecoming like 3 years ago.
We were in that tiny house when they were still in school. They were still trying to like figure stuff out. And
this was before me.
The only thing, it might have been before you technically. The only thing I remember about this house, okay, because I know I was a teeny tiny baby. I remember the front room. There was a hallway. I remember their bedroom was, I think, on the left, and then the bathroom was like on the right, and the house was like yellowish. That's what I remember of the house, because all of the memories are like flashes. I feel like I remember a fence outside, maybe, like a chain link fence. And I just remember there was like a couch in the front, and you could walk behind the couch and you could make a left, and there was like a lamp right here, and the whole room is kind of yellow. That's all I remember of this house.
Okay.
So we had a black puppy, and I remember having the puppy, and then I remember not having the puppy. I don't know, like, from memory what happened, but I remember Mom telling me somebody came, like, I guess they broke in the house and they stole that puppy.
I mean, you got to be like a special type of a butthole.
To steal a puppy
first
from
of all,
a baby?
to break in a person's house, for especially people as broke as we were.
Listen,
okay, let's start there.
We was not wealthy. Okay?
Like, I'd be having this, like, it's not really a fantasy. I guess it's just a reoccurring, like, daydream of somebody trying to rob me, and like me trying to like be like, come on, bro, we both black. Don't do me like this. And they're like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna let you go.
It's funny. I have that same daydream where I'm like,
where I feel like I can reason my way out of being robbed. Like,
listen,
trying to like appeal to his humanity.
My thing is, by the time they pull out on you, like the talking phase of
Wait
that conversation,
by the time they do what?
Pull a gun out on you. The talking phase of that of that circumstance is probably over.
Oh, the talking phase is over. Y'all dating now?
Oh my god, I hate you so
okay.
much.
All right.
So why do you like this?
You keep saying these oddly homosexually ambiguous statements that I'm trying to like not.
You keep taking it there. I think you. Is there something you need to tell me? Do you need to?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why you keep making these statements. You're like,
I'm just talking. I'm just talking normal, and you making it weird.
Okay,
we supposed to be siblings. You making it weird.
You the one talking about once they pull out on you. You said that, not me.
Anyway, back to our original point about our pets, you weirdo.
All right.
That was the earliest animal I remember us having, and then
the earliest animal I remember is we had a white dog named Sandy. That was like a,
where were we living when we had this dog?
This was like Washington Street, so
we had
a little bit older.
You know what? I kind of remember this.
Yeah, I don't.
It stayed in the backyard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
I don't remember like.
I feel like it ran away.
Anything? Yeah, maybe. I don't remember anything about us losing the dog or somebody taking the dog. I just remember the dog was there and then the dog wasn't there.
That's what I remember. And I feel like
and we didn't raise Sandy.
No.
I feel like we got her like
somebody
an adult.
gave us that dog.
Yeah.
And she was already mostly grown. Which, thinking about it, I think a lot of the pets that we've had over the years have been pets we like somebody gave us. Do you remember I had that beetle when we were living in the hospital?
I do remember the beetle.
I had it in like a little terrarium Mom bought
like a little clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a blue base on the box.
Yes, and I was feeding it leaves and like little bugs and stuff. And I think the beetle.
What happened to that thing?
I'm pretty sure it died.
I think it did die.
I murdered it.
But you had it for a while though.
I did. I had it for a couple of months, which I don't know what the actual average lifespan of a a beetle of whatever species that beetle was.
And it wasn't like a baby. Like it was a big beetle, so it was probably
like,
grown already.
Yeah, it was like maybe this big. It was a big sucker. But yeah, it was. Oh my god!
I didn't say nothing.
It was a big bug. So after that,
I remember once Mom had got that dog. It was a big giant, like we could ride it like a horse dog.
It was a schnauzer.
And it was named Sebastian.
We
got this big giant dog one time from this family. The dog was so big, Mom gave it back. It was like, I can't.
Because we were like, she was like, I can't keep feeding this dog. It's too expensive.
No, it was just she couldn't handle it. Like he was a monster trying to walk him. You remember he was.
Yeah, but I didn't mind that. He was fun.
Yeah, she did. We didn't live with her full term. We lived with Dad, so she was living with this horse full time by herself.
Right, trying to make this dog make sense, and it did not.
Mom literally told the family we got the dog from, I can't do this. So you guys got to take the dog back.
Yeah, which kind of makes me sad because I actually liked that dog. I always liked Sebastian. He was like well mannered. Yeah. He wasn't like aggressive or anything. He was a good dog.
He was a big dog, but he was big. Chill.
Yeah, he was chill.
Okay, let's think here.
What else do we have?
I think that's when we started the cat journey.
I think so.
Mom had that cat that one time that ran away in front of Granddad's house. Remember that?
I don't think I do, actually.
So one time, Mom got this cat. It was a white cat from, I guess, one of her coworkers. It was an adult, though. And it was in the back window of the car.
Oh, no.
Like, up in the car.
And then it ran away?
No. I got the cat out of the car, set the cat down, and then the cat just ran full speed away. Like, I was a little kid thinking that the cat would play with us. Nope.
And it was just gone. It was like
gone. Ah! And I remember we chased it. I mean, we chased it. You think about Granddad's neighborhood. We chased it all the way over to where the trees are. Like, way out there.
Oh, nah.
Like, it was gone. That thing was gone.
Wow.
And that was kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. Because Mom had brought the cat and called us and told us she got a cat. And the cat ran away. Like, we never made it home.
Yeah.
Like, I felt kind of bad about that. I'm not going to lie. I remember that.
You know, it's kind of wild. I feel like a lot of cats are like that. They're like super skittish. And you bring them home. And if you don't carefully transport them in a locked cage from one place to another, they just escape and they never come back to your house.
See, this is why I'm a advocate of raising the cat yourself. Get a kitten and build those relationships, because that cat had no connection to us. That cat didn't know us. That cat was an adult. It was like, bro, who are these random people that took me?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. I do think when you're talking about pets, there is something different where, like, rescues are cool, like getting a dog or a cat that grew up somewhere else and then kind of rehabilitating it and getting it to be comfortable with you is cool. Excuse me, but you're right, there is like no substitute for like raising something from like a little teeny tiny, because it treats you different, it acts different.
Yeah, and because it's nothing wrong with having a rescue, and we've had rescues before. Nothing wrong with having a rescue.
I technically have one now.
Yeah, and we're about to get to our current pets, because one of my cats is kind of a rescue, but not really.
Yeah.
So
you talking about Effie?
But yeah, like if you want to rescue an animal, I would say when it comes to dogs, right? For people that are considering getting a dog, if you don't have the time to really raise that dog and love that dog